Marshawn Lynch, who famously quoted, "I'm here so I don't get fined" at the Super Bowl. And he still got fined. And he's finally revealed how much he got fined. Now, I'm hoping this wasn't just for the Super Bowl, but this was like his career fine number. But whatever it is, it's too damn high. Marshawn Lynch said he was fined $1.2, y'all know what's coming, $1 million, right? From the NFL because he wouldn't talk to the media. I'm only here so I don't get fined. And it's crazy because he still got fined. And I don't know if a lot of people remember Marshawn Lynch from day one and when he was with the Buffalo Bills and how he had a different personality, or at least persona, than he did with the Seattle Seahawks and obviously now in retirement. That brand has shifted. And if you remember Marshawn Lynch, obviously from the Cal Golden Bears and riding the cart on the field, all that craziness, you knew he was going to be a personality, right? He had character, and he was a character. So I remember a couple of things that happened that made me witness from afar, oh, Marshawn Lynch, he's transitioning into something else. Now, we all knew he was a baller, a great player, like so explosive but thick. Like, dude was like bigger than normal, but could move it. Like almost a super fast D lineman, like a D tackle. Like, you're like, damn, this dude is explosive, but big. Like, don't understate the big part. This dude is thick, like Jerome Bettis, but can move. So I remember him balling in Buffalo, and then he got in trouble. It was like gun charges or around guns or something in the trunk, something of that nature, where they start talking about Marshawn Lynch in not a favorable light, obviously, because of that incident, and really attacking Marshawn Lynch, it looked like. And I was like, all right, he messed up. He did something wrong. And you saw him shut down. And then, obviously, had to leave Buffalo, become the Seahawk. And you just saw it was like all of a sudden a dead period. Even though he was on the field and ball, it was a dead period in terms of his relationship with the media and their understanding. He just was like, nah, I'm good. Like, got real close vested, right? And then it became something. It's weird how saying nothing, became something. And I think that's when he had that inner chuckle. Because one, you already got disdain for the media. If you ever been in a firestorm or under scrutiny, we've all been there, whether it's at work, you did something wrong and the boss called you out. The last thing you want is someone else chiming in. The last thing you want is it snowballing. Well, imagine if you're a famous athlete or a celebrity like Marshawn Lynch and you do something wrong. Oh, it does snowball without your control. So he obviously went inside himself, became introspective, distance from the media, but then that nothing and that distance became something, and people wanted to get closer to Marshawn. And next thing you know, he had a brand for saying nothing. I'm going to say it again. He had a brand for saying nothing. You and I go to the podium and say nothing. Ask yourself how many more times they're going to invite us, right? Like, they just kept going there, and he said nothing. Kind of like Tim Duncan, but tongue-in-cheek. Like, Tim Duncan wasn't saying much of anything, but you're like, no, that's who Tim Duncan seems like, even though I know real life he ain't. But Marshawn just played with the media to the tune of becoming a national brand. It's amazing. And got paid off of not saying anything. So, yeah, he lost $1.2 million in fines to the NFL, which goes to NFL charities. But how much money has he made off of the brand of I'm only here so I don't get fined, or less, saying nothing at all? Amazing how that happened, man. Because I know some guys who are eloquent. I know some guys who bring the teacher's apple to the media in hopes of just being a media darling and getting those opportunities. And yes, I'll speak for the media. I had some of that in me when I was playing. And that didn't turn into a brand. All those good conversations and dialogues, and oh, of course I'll take you into the game inside the locker room. But Marshawn Lynch said, nah, I ain't taking y'all nowhere, fool. And y'all still went on the ride. That is unreal to me. I got to applaud that dude for what he did in branding. But I also want to tell you about fines, because I think I've only been fined one time. I was fined one time in the NFL. And here's the play. I am coming around the left end. Bruce Smith is on the right end. First of all, let's just pause life. Bruce Smith is on the right end. I'm on the left end. Like, who else can say that? That's like saying, Michael Jordan was over there. He passed me the rock. I'm like, yeah, that's life. So I'm coming around, and it's Peyton Manning. Let's pause again. There's Bruce Smith coming around the corner. Peyton Manning standing there like this, and here comes Marcellus Wiley. That's me, y'all. Remember? The third fiddle in this conversation. And I am like coming around the corner, and I'm like, you just know when you're about to get a sack. I'm about to tear this dude up, and I'm going into Peyton Manning, about to launch into his chest. Because Peyton Manning's taller than me. He's like 6'6", so even me standing up, it's still chest wide, He got that neck, and then he got the head, and then another foot, and then it's like Peyton Manning, right? So I'm like, all right, so I'm about to go get his butt. And you close your eyes sometimes when you make tackles. Not all the time, but sometimes. And this one, I guess I just wanted to taste how great it was to be in the moment of making this big play. I just closed my eyes to, and in that moment, Bruce Smith had come, but went low on Peyton Manning because he was getting blocked and stumbling a little bit. Gets Peyton Manning down. So all of a sudden, 6'6" Peyton Manning is like 6'2" Peyton Manning. My chest shot is now a head shot. Uh-oh. And I hit Peyton Manning so hard in the head and neck that literally his body was here and his head and neck was over there. Like, seriously, there are pictures of it. Crazy. Then we know you fast forward, he had 4 neck surgeries. Sorry, Peyton. Sorry, Sheriff. Sorry, the great. But I had something to do with some of that. But then I get to the locker room, after the game. I don't know if we won or lost. They probably beat us. The Colts were insane after their rookie year with Peyton Manning. Nothing happened. I'm just thinking like, all right, whatever. Wednesday comes, and you get that FedEx. And everyone knows in the NFL, a Wednesday FedEx is not going to make you smile. That means that's the commissioner sending it, and I want my money. The letter is in there. You read it. Good luck trying to go and say, all right, I'm going to appeal this fine. That never works. But you read it, and you're like, $10,000. Get your next check. It's not even listed there. They just take it out. It's gone. It's not like they're going to trust us to say, here's all your money. Can you remit $10K on Friday? Ain't nobody going to pay the NFL, right? So that's how the game goes. So I've been there, Marshawn, but they've only taken $10K from me, but I didn't make it up like you did as a brand ambassador millions and millions of dollars later.